Hello there, lovely folks of YouTube. Ren here. I wanted to start off with series with a topic that frequently has come up regularly throughout the years in a lot of witchcraft and pagan circles, which is basically what makes someone a witch? How do you know that someone is a witch? You see this a lot even now on YouTube. There's a lot of the signs you are a witch videos out there and the like. This is not one of them, okay? I am going to assume that if you're smart enough and self-actualized enough to realize that if you're looking for signs that you're a witch, that means you're interested in the path. You don't need anyone else's input or permission to call yourself a witch. Witchcraft is a set of practices. It can be secular, spiritual, or religious, depending on the context of the person using the practices. It's normal to have questions about how that practice is engaged with. That's normal. But you don't need a BuzzFeed quiz to tell you that you're interested in witchcraft, okay? If you're interested in the path, then you just do it. That's basically what it boils down to. What you need to call yourself a witch is a genuine desire to call yourself a witch and the dedication and will to continually learn and improve your practice of witchcraft. And it's that second part that's really important, because it's not what you call yourself that makes it true. It's what you do, okay? I could call myself a spiritual healer. There, I just called myself, I'm a spiritual healer. But if I haven't actually healed anybody, then I'm not a spiritual healer. I can call myself what I want. It's the actual doing that makes it true. Okay? And it's the same for you. You can call yourself a witch, but if you're doing witchcraft, you're a witch. That's basically what it boils down to. So, it is okay to acknowledge that you're a beginner on this path. Okay? I always encourage it. Like if you're new to this, most people are fairly welcoming. There may be some people who get hoity-toity. Please ignore them. I and others like me are out there, and we are very welcoming to new beginners on the path. Okay? That being said, I don't like y'all. Some of y'all out there do this. I don't like it when y'all refer to yourselves as baby witches, okay? And I understand that I'm older. It's a cutesy thing, and I know that there are some aspects of social media, internet culture that I don't engage with. But my perspective is that, and speaking as someone who works with babies all the time, babies are passive. They are entirely dependent on others for their self-needs. Okay? It's not just that they're brand new and beginning, they are completely passive. It's okay to call yourself a beginner or a new witch, but don't call yourself a baby, because as a witch you should never be passive. You should never be dependent on others to learn and grow in your power. Okay? That's why I don't like baby witch. So, it's one thing to say, hey, I need some help better understanding this topic. Especially because, let's face it, there are a lot of you out there who don't learn well from books. There are a plethora of books out there, and there are a lot of people who will tell you, oh, well, just read this book. But I understand that not all of you can learn by just reading a book. Okay? So it's okay to engage with other practitioners and be like, hey, can you tell me some more about this? Having those conversations, watching videos, whatever, visual media that you prefer to books, that's all okay. But that's different from going out there and saying, hey, I need somebody to plan out and dictate my entire course of learning in witchcraft while I just passively absorb whatever wisdom you want to gift to me. That's not okay. Not if you're going to be a witch. You need to take control of your own path. And that means taking control of your own learning a lot of the time. So even in my personal practice, I am a member of a Wiccan tradition that is notorious among other British traditional Wicca based groups, for its very rigorous teaching methods and actually having homework. Like, we're kind of well known for that. So, but even in that practice with my actual teacher that I have, they're not teaching me to be a witch. They are teaching me the ritual framework that our tradition uses as a template for our group practice. The actual know-how, bits and pieces of witchcraft are mine to learn on my own. We are expected and encouraged to do our own self-study on those avenues, following whatever rabbit trails best interest us according to our strengths. So, I want to remind you, this is a lifetime path, okay? That path may lead you in different directions, different times in your life. You may not even have started when you were young. It doesn't matter where you are right now. There's no finish line. It's not a race to the title of witchiest witch. It doesn't matter how deep your practice is. As long as it has personal meaning for you, brings you further on your own personal path towards self-actualization, personal power. That's what's important. So, personal story for me. I actually didn't start in witchcraft until less than 10 years ago. I was in my mid-30s when I first called myself a witch. Even that was a culmination of almost 5 years of questioning and self-doubt and research and reading and exploring before I finally determined, hey, I think this witchcraft thing is actually what I need to do. So it's, it takes a lot of self-exploration. It is an important work. But if it's important to you, then you'll make it happen and you'll be a witch. So basically, to sum up, the answer to that question, what makes a witch? You do. Blessed be, y'all. I hope I'll see you again soon.